Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is another viewer requested deep dive. This is VIN0986, VIN986, 2016 1J7, which is atomic silver. That's kind of the goldish silver color with LA30 red interior. And as I said, a subscriber in Florida wanted me to do this. The car has about 91,000 miles, and he said he bought the car on eBay and really rolling the dice. So let's see how he did. Production statistics: 327 out of the 2,347 cars for the US 49 were atomic silver. Of those 327, 166 had the LA30 red interior. 7.07% of these cars, of all of production, was this color combination, so like a 5 out of 10 for rarity. For 2016, 198 out of the 1,417 cars were atomic silver. Of those 198, 99 had LA30. So this is one of 99 in this color combination. Carfax, Epic VIN, and AutoCheck. So Carfax shows us as a 5-owner, 1 damage event in March 26th of 2024 as minor. It doesn't give any further details. Could have been a windshield replacement, something like that. But the first owner was Lexus Corporate, and a pretty long-term ownership of Lexus, 2016 to 2020, but only 8,800 miles. This car does have the D7 option checked, which is direct delivery straight to Toyota headquarters. So that does confirm that this was owned by Lexus, and it was registered with Colorado plates as well. So my YouTube sleuths out there, if you can find an atomic silver with red interior that somebody's reviewing and it has Colorado plates, Colorado manufacturer plates, I don't think Colorado has manufacturer plates, it's just Colorado plates that somebody is reviewing between 2016 and 2020 with less than 8,800 miles, that's probably this car. So YouTube, go do your thing. Put the link in the comments if you find it. Epic VIN shows this as a 4-owner, no accident car. AutoCheck shows this as a 6-owner, no accidents. And it looks like it calls Lexus the first 2 owners, but Lexus did title this, and it was titled, it appears to be as a Colorado titled car. So previous sales, as I said, Lexus owned it 2016 to 2020, 8,800 miles. So then it was for sale in June of 2020, certified pre-owned. Lexus at Highland Park in Illinois, $66,450 with 8,800 miles, and it sold in October of 2020 in about 4 months. September of 2022, $57,000 with 35,000 miles in Colorado at an Acura dealer. And March of 2025, $37,000, pretty inexpensive as far as these cars go, with 88,000 miles in Texas. And I would assume that's the eBay listing, but maybe not. I have photos of it from that and the Acura dealer as well. So now onto the photos. There's a little damage on the spoiler, on the edge of the spoiler. Otherwise, the carbon fiber trim looks pretty good. There's some chips on the front, and there's a little bit of damage on the lower front bumper. Some chips on the carbon fiber piece, pretty common to see for cars that didn't have paint protection film. And it also looks like that the front emblem may be getting a little hazy. That's another thing I'm starting to see as these cars get older, that emblem gets hazy. And it's a really expensive piece. It's like $400 just for the part because it has the radar sensor behind it. And you can access it if you needed to replace it or remove it to polish it. The upper radiator cover, there's like 10 clips. You can take that off, and there's 2 little bolts behind it. You take the sensor off and then 2 more screws, and you can take the emblem off. It's not very difficult. I do have a video showing how to do that, and I'll leave the link in the video description for that. In the photos from what I would assume is the eBay auction, it has Michelin's on the rear, 2024 dates, and it has Continentals on the front with 2023 dates that look like they have a little bit more wear to them. Obviously, they're about a year older. It looks like it needs brakes too. It has a little bit of a lip on the front and the rear rotors. And these cars always need brakes and tires when they come up for sale. So I would not be at all surprised if that's what this car needed at the time. But I would say overall, it presents pretty well for a car with nearing 100,000 miles. As far as price goes, so clean title, 1 damage event. Let's call it no accident car, but it's got 1 prior damage something reported. So this car should probably be in like the low 40s. If I was going to see it at a dealer right now, I'd probably expect to see it at like $42,995, like $43,000. And so if you got this car at $37,000, well done. Service history. So this car, the Lexus dealer service, it's got a lot of gaps in it. I would say it's fairly well serviced overall, but from like 10 to 40,000, there's a gap. 50 to 70, there's a gap. 70 to 90, there's a gap. But as I said, it looks like it's done at like third-party places, oil change places, things like that. So the service, for the most part, appears to be fairly well done. Several of the first services at Lexus were just basic oil changes. I don't think this was a press car or a driving school car based on that, because usually Lexus will always have them serviced at a Lexus dealer or a Toyota dealer for brakes, tires, things like that. And that doesn't seem like it was the case. It was probably a Lexus employee or a Lexus executive, somebody like that that owned this car. And 8,800 miles, not a lot of miles. Right before it was put up for sale, February of 2020, the JLB recall was done at around 8,800 miles. And that's really it. So Lexus really didn't do anything under their ownership other than having the recall done and some oil changes. November of 2022, a humming was noted from the rear, most likely the low pressure fuel pump, but it was not reprogrammed here. June of 2023, the low pressure fuel pump was reprogrammed. The transmission was serviced at 53,000 miles. May of 2024, the TVD was serviced, so that's good to see, 71,000 miles and a new battery. April of 2025, the customer is selling the vehicle, and they did an oil change and a pre-purchase inspection. So looks like Lexus went through this car right before it was put on eBay as well. November of 2025, 90,500 miles, one new tire pressure sensor. And November of 2025, 91,000 miles, the tire pressure monitor system receiver was repaired to the wiring due to rodent damage. That looks expensive. So hopefully no other damage was done by a rodent, but it looks like it was repaired at the Lexus dealer. So what is not done? Carbon fiber trim on it, even though it looks pretty great in the photos, it is original. So I would fully expect it as time goes on for that to start delaminating. The valley plate. The coolant valley plate is the big thing on these cars. You can easily take a scope, put it down right above where the oil filler is, the oil cap filler, and you can inspect the valley plate there and see if it is leaking. The ZLZ, that is that's the customer service campaign for a deformed, cracked, sticky dash. And the in-service date on this car is April 11th of 2016. So you have coverage until April 11th of 2026. So just a couple months away. HVAC servo sweep, don't see where that's been done. So if you want to test it out, make sure the car is fully warmed up. So the two little diamonds on the temperature gauge, make sure both of those are right in the middle. Set one side to hot, one side to max cold, cycle through everything, including fresh air, and recirculate, and then switch and make sure everything responds. If they don't, Lexus can do an HVAC servo sweep, kind of reset the limits for everything, and they grease the rods, the actuator rods. And if that doesn't fix the issue, then you have to get servos replaced. So I don't see where the 60,000 mile service was done. That's brake fluid, spark plugs, other fluids, but I don't see where that has been done. However, the transmission was serviced at 53,000 and the TVD was serviced at 71,000. Coming up on 100,000 miles, I would probably look at doing the transmission service again. The TVD done at 71,000 miles, that's great. I would continue to do that every 30,000 miles. And so basically when you get to 100,000 miles in this car, I would do the transmission again, I would do the TVD again, I would probably do the spark plugs if they haven't been done yet. Maybe look at doing the belt, and with 100,000 miles, inspect the water pump, things like that. Make sure the tensioner, the belt tensioner, idler pulley, none of those are making noise. But I would say overall, very well serviced. And just make sure that you get the fluids done and inspect the valley plate. That would be the big thing for me. So finally, would I buy this car? You getting this car at 37,000 or less, that is a fantastic deal. Now, if I were to buy it today at like $42,000, $43,000, yeah, I would still buy it. I would probably repaint the front bumper, get whatever little damage is on the lower front bumper. So you can pull the rear spoiler off, send it to SMA Fabrication, and if you do that, make sure you get the new rubber seals underneath it. Otherwise, your trunk can end up leaking. So, food for thought. But yeah, that's the spoiler to replace it's like $4,000, or to refinish it's a couple $100. I'd refinish the spoiler, repaint the front end, and go and enjoy it. Maybe do brakes if it hasn't been done yet either. But yeah, it looks like a great buy, and I think you did well on it. Anyway, that's what I've got for you. VIN 0986. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.